Good afternoon, this is Jack from the AUDUSD and this is an intraday video for Thursday the 17th of May. Right, our disclaimer, we do this for educational purposes only. We're here to share our technical analysis with you. We hope you can take some of what we're doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. We're not here to issue trading signals. Well, let's start with ES. Now, ES, still looking at a bull flag setup here, still could do another leg down. I think it's possible on a wave like this you can go slightly higher, but I have to say at that stage I'd be thinking the odds of actually getting another leg lower would be smaller. So I'm really looking for a lower high here and a move down. Ideally that would be starting right now. So we shall see. The 60-minute buy signal has reached the possible near miss target, and we would be looking for basically a target in the 80s, pretty much test of the daily middle band. And I've got the daily middle band on SBUX. Hang on. I've got that at 26.78. So really we're looking for ideally a touch of 80, 82, and then we would go up from there. It doesn't need to get that far, and it might not. And actually the higher it's gone, closer to this high it's come, the less likely, certainly if it's a flag channel, the less likely it is to actually get down into the low 80s. Right, let's have a look at NQ. NQ, testing the weekly pivot again. We were on a week 120-minute buy signal and a bit of divergence there. I mean, not enough for a signal, but this may well be the next leg starting, and if so, it needs to break and convert to the weekly pivot. TF, hang on. Been having a bit of trouble charting TF. Let's see if it'll be nice today. Nope, let's convert it over to the 2-hour chart where I should be able to see it. So, hang on. Now TF, this has expanded into a likely further rising wedge, but we've lost this. It's gone over. This could be a bearish overthrow, but honestly we're not really looking for a big move. But Stan is talking about 1580. You'd be looking at for a breakdown from here. This would be a retracement. I'm a little doubtful about this just because I'm not really looking for that size of move on NQ or ES. So maybe, maybe not. But I mean, as it is, it's overthrowing slightly. This isn't a bad looking rising wedge, but it could well be it's just continuing upwards, and we've got a firm support trend line from there, which is not going to be broken. That support is currently in the 1606 to 1607 area. DX. DX, we have a nice topping setup here. Having said that, we've got a lower high here. Ideally, this would have a full retest back in up at 93.52, and then down. We're on a 60-minute sell signal. If we see a breakdown from here with the lower high, that increases the chances that we are forming a bull flag, and this is not a double top. We shall see how that goes. I have to say I like this topping setup here, but Stan does not. Stan's thinking we go higher from here. He may well be right. CL. CL has gone a bit higher today, and I think, well, Stan was expecting it to go a bit higher, and it looks as though it may well have topped out short term. We did not get a sell signal, which was disappointing. Nice little double top there. That's almost made target. I think we may well be on this retracement. The retracement, the obvious low would be above this rising support trend line at 69.5. We shall see how that goes. Certainly my lovely double top from yesterday has been messed up, so that has more credibility. It could be that if this took a day or so to retrace, that we'd actually hit it tomorrow, possibly this a lot closer to the weekly pivot. This trend line does not need to be tested, but if it did, this would establish that this was a rising wedge. If it did, and it held, obviously. So NG. NG, we retraced, we got slightly further than my ideal channel low, but we've actually established an alternative rising channel. So I've got that here in purple. Nice rejection off the lows so far. I think we're on another leg up, and I've got the next obvious resistance trend line at about the 2.92, 2.93 area. Stan likes the further one that I have, which would be in about the 2.9, the 3 area. As a target. Obviously wouldn't expect that to reach that today, although it's made very good progress off the low. But as when we get to 3, we are thinking that this is probably going to start a 20% decline back down into 2.4. So this is one of the main shorts of the year actually forming at the moment, and I'm keeping a close eye on that one. GC. GC has gone, went a little lower. I've moved the double bottom setup here. We're on a 60-minute buy signal. We had a weak one fixed, and then we've now got a full one fixed. And I like the upside on this one. If we can see a break over 12.94, then we're looking at a move up to the 13.04 area. I like this little bounce here. I like the upside on gold, and this is one reason that I'm thinking that DX may well see that back test of the monthly pivot here, just to see it gives gold some space on the upside. Not written in stone or anything, but I like gold long here. If in the event that we see a break below 70, this level here, which is trend line in the 77 area, then I do have a potential double top target, which is in the 1240 area, and that would be the next obvious target. ZB has gone a little lower, messed up my nice little potential double bottom setup from yesterday. We've gone lower on an increased positive divergence. I do have a sell signal, 60-minute sell signal, RSI 14 and RSI 5 brewing, potentially brewing on TNX. If we see some upside, those signals could fix and we could see a rally. In the interim, we are overall in a downtrend, and I think Stan's looking for 138s. Right, HG. HG is testing out resistance quite vigorously at the monthly pivot and the weekly pivot. At the moment, it's back below both. If it can convert those to support, then actually HG could go straight up from here. Otherwise, we're expecting a retest of this low. So it's thinking about it. No current signal, no real prospect of getting one. KC. Sorry, screen transitions. Right, KC has broken up from the wedge. Possible IHS forming here. No signal. I'm keeping an open mind on this. I'd really still like to see a retest of this low. I think Stan's expecting to see that too. A breakdown to go deliver that retest would not be surprising. From there, I'd be seeing this as looking for a low for a very nice longer term long. SB. SB has gone up to the monthly pivot, rejected there so far. I would note that I would still very much like to see a retest of this low here, the April low, as that would clean up the longer term charts nicely. But I think this looks like reversal. This could be a triangle forming, which would be interesting. If so, it would be likely to be a bearish triangle and deliver at least a retest of this low. CC. If you've got any questions, drop them in. I'll answer them after, or during, obviously. So, right, CC has gone up, back tested the monthly pivot. That's held as resistance, made a lower low. I'm expecting to see a move down. I've got a target in the 2490 area. That does not need to be immediate. Stan's got a kind of zigzaggy move going across, and I've no current signals on it. But I like that target below. I'm not seeing any reason it won't make that. ZW. Now, ZW broke up, and we've got some support tests above, resistance tests. We're over the monthly pivot, and we need to convert the weekly pivot. So, nice channel breakup, might have converted into a wedge, but don't really have strong evidence for that. As it is a channel. It is a nice bounce off it. It's testing the weekly pivot as resistance. We can come back and retest this low if that holds as resistance. If we can convert it to support, then we can head back up directly. This could be an IHS forming here. Right, GBPUSD. GBPUSD has been forming a very nice looking double bottom, and it's still a very nice looking double bottom. Really, it's just tracking sideways. I think if we this is likely to break up if we see some downside on DX. Waiting to see that downside. EURUSD. EURUSD is on a 60-minute buy signal. And this low might need another retest, but it doesn't for RSI divergence. It might do just to set up a little double bottom. Again, it's just we are waiting for a decision on DX on direction. USDJPY has gone higher, messed up my very nice double top setup, which really was nice, which is a shame. I've drawn in a potential larger trend line here. We might have a wedge resistance trend line, in which case I'd be moving this support trend line here, which would then be rising wedge support. Possible high here. We're only on a weak 60-minute sell signal, and that would leave support in about the 109.75 area at the moment. USDCAD. USDCAD, I was thinking this might retest the high. It has very much not done that. And unless DX is going to have another spike up, it looks unlikely to do that. So I think this is looking rather ABC down. We may well see a retest of this low. That's what Stan would like to see next. I'm keeping an open mind. There are no current signals. Australian dollar. Australian dollar, it's been looking pretty good to be forming an IHS here. And that is still looking pretty good. So it's not really doing a lot until we get a decision on direction from DX, but I really like this move. A break up, sustained break over 75.75 looks for the 77.25 area. This wedge IHS looks nice. No current sign that it's going to retest the low, and it may well not retest the low. NZUSD. Obviously this turned into a larger falling wedge, and that wedge has broken up slightly. We're coming back in for a retest of the low. That may well be the second low of a double bottom. Alright, stopping the recording there.